Okay, now we're gonna turn the drone on for the first time and the controller. For this, I'm using my iPad Air, but normally I'd be fine with my Note 9. But for this video, we're just gonna hook up the iPad and see what happens. So let's turn the controller on first. Now the drone. I'm surprised. I thought the app would automatically get started on the drone, but I mean on my iPad, but I guess not. So let's go to DJI. Okay, since I my iPad was actually used for my Mavic Pro and now it's a Mavic 2, I actually had to go in and change device. So let's do this for the first time and see what happens. Let's go to enter device, connect the aircraft, learn how to connect the aircraft, enter the camera view. Okay. These steps I've already done already, so I'm actually just going through the motions here of what it tells me to do. Let's go to link to aircraft. Insert the remote controller cable. Control. Okay, that's already done. According to this, it's in opera mode. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna start the step over again from step one. Instead of turning the remote controller on first and the drone first, let's do it by step, according to what the iPad is telling me. So, okay, we have already opened the drone, as you can see. Okay, that's number one. Let's go to step number two. Turn on aircraft and remote controller. Okay, so we're gonna do that step again. Saying connected. Okay. Step three. Connection successful. So just advice here: when you get yours and you decide to use it for the first time, do not turn on the controller and the drone before you actually follow the steps that's on screen through the app. Complete. Now it's telling me new firmware. Update is available. Okay, so let's go to new firmware. Let's download it. Sorry for the long wait, but we have to do this. And even while that's updating, if you look at the controller, it says itself, it also says upgrading. So this is going to take a little while because it's one of two. So let's pause this video, and when it's finished, we'll get back to it. I have deleted most of the waiting time for the firmware update because it's pretty long. So still waiting for it to finish, and I promise you, you won't have to wait that long to see what happens next. The gimbal just started moving and stuff like that during this firmware update. So if that happens, don't get frightened by it. I guess that's just a normal procedure. Okay, we're at 99%. Let's see what happens when it gets to 100%. So we can learn what the next steps are. Dun, 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 dun. Da na 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 na. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm in the Jeopardy song because this is kind of boring watching this, but it has to be done. And again, the gimbal is calibrating itself again. Up, and now it's going through step two. Okay, so now it says update complete. And you have the green bar telling you update is complete. Now let's go to activate. Activate your Mavic 2. Okay. Go to authorization process. Agree to all. Mavic 2, choose your aircraft name. I'm going to leave it to where it is. Hit to continue. Mode 2 recommended. Okay. Okay, continue. Customize the C1, C2 button on the back of the aircraft. Remote control LCD screen, which everything looks fine. Just go back to continue. Metric system or Imperial. I'm going to use Imperial since I live in the States and I understand Imperial better than metric. Continue. This is your first flying practice in beginner's mode. Beginner's mode, I don't want beginner's mode on. I choose not to because I'm not a beginner. You can choose beginner if you are a beginner. If you're new to drones, especially one that's going to be this fast, then I suggest using beginner mode. But if you're a little bit more advanced, then I wouldn't worry about it. I'd turn that off. Okay. Has my email address. Okay. then it says, has my email address right there. So then it says confirm your account. So I'm going to confirm my account. It's going to ask you for your password. Okay, put in my password. Then it asks you for your email. If you want to leave your email the same, which I do, then hit. Now it's connecting the server to activate your drone. Then it's going to ask you to get DJI Care Fresh if you want that. It's your choice to get it or not. Now, as it says now, please restart the aircraft to complete activation. And I'm going to put restart now. The gimbal just went through a gimbal check. And now it just says Mavic 2 successfully activated. Tap the in-flight simulator and practice flying. Interesting. So now you have different choices. You have Video Academy, you have Flight Tutorial, and you have User Manual. So, Flight Tutorials or Video Academy? Let's just check out Video Academy and see what it says. Let's go to First Flight.
Download the DJI Go 4 app in the App Store or Google Play on your mobile device.
I guess we can skip that process because any of us can do that. So
and attach the RC sticks.
I'm just going to exit
the remote
that.
controller's antenna.
Okay, so on the Academy page, I'm actually going to skip that and see what happens next. There you go. Precise flight safe. Okay. Database update. Go to update. So now there's another download. Download now. See, I wish I never did that because on my Mavic Pro I did not have that update either because that limited your flying. I shouldn't have done that. There you go. Now you have the different systems that you can change to your liking. But first we have some calibrations to do. Now on this screen you have the option to change set your maximum flight altitude, set maximum flight distance. It's from anywhere from 15 to 8,000 meters. I put mine at 7,800 meters. The set maximum flight altitude I will do at another time. Okay, you have also the options to customize the buttons to whatever you want to do. I generally leave them at stock, but that's my decision. With your unit, you can do whatever you want to do with that. It says no SD card here. SD card slot is actually on the side of the drone. There's two slots here. One is a port for downloading. The other one is a slot for SD card. I don't know which one is which as yet, so let me, before I say something and somebody start chewing me out about, oh, you said the wrong thing, I would have to find out where that is. And here's it on the bottom here. So you have one is a port and one is a SD card slot. So give me 1 second and I'll let you know which is which. And with the drone camera facing you, the slot is actually on your right hand side. So that's the SD card slot. So I'm going to get an SD card, put it in, so it'll tell me that I do have an SD card. So give me 1 second. So when you insert the SD card into the slot, remember the side with the writing of how much gigabytes it is goes on the downside. And that's that. You're also going to need to come the compass. You're also going to need to calibrate it. Sorry for the poor focus. Don't know what's happening with that, but you're going to need to calibrate that. But since I'm in the house, there is no way for me to actually get an accurate calibration for it. So I'm gonna have to wait until the rain stops and go outside and actually calibrate it. So don't know why, but my focus seems out of focus right now. There you go. So it says calibrate compass. I actually, as I said, can't do that in the house, so I'm gonna have to wait until I go outside to do that. Now I'm actually just checking to see the buttons, the controls, how they work. Very nice. Now onto the different setting pages. Like you have enable dynamic mode. As I said, those are basically your choices if you want to do that or not. Then you have beginner mode, which I've already turned off already. You have, sorry about that. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to there. And that's how we get back to this page. So as again, it has set maximum flight altitude, which I will set at my discretion. Law is don't go over 400 feet. That I'm sure you guys already know, so let's keep it at that. Then you also have advanced settings. Okay, now in advanced settings, you can set the sensitivity, the gain, the sensors, which those are pretty good. All the sensors are in good condition or good settings. I won't even touch that. Yeah, I won't touch. Turn on LED light. Yeah, I'm going to leave that on. Stop molding method. Don't want to do that. Reset gain and expo trend. I don't want to do that already. Don't do that either. Sensitivity. I'm going to leave it the way it is until I first flight. Then I'll figure what I want my sensitivity to be at that point. Okay, camera forward down, adjust gimbal. So the good thing with the Mavic Zoom is that you can adjust the gimbal to go up so you can get really nice shots of the sky. So, you know, that's a setting that you can do by yourself to get that effect if you want that effect. Stick mode, remote controller, LCD screen, introduction. So this screen will tell you everything about the remote, about the LCD screen, what the features on there, what it says, and stuff like that. Go to HD, transmission quality, 12 megapixels, download bandwidth 20 megahertz. Okay, image transmission is a normal mode. Okay, low battery warning. You can set it how many percent you want it to. I normally set it down to like 15% to come on low battery warning. Critically low battery warning. That's one I would not mess with. I would always leave that at 10%. As a matter of fact, the low battery warning, I actually want to take it up to 20%, just to be on the safe side. Aircraft will return when battery level only enough for return to home. Okay, yes, you want to make sure that's on. Do not play with that. You want to make sure that is on. Okay. Show voltage on main screen. That's a bit of information if you want to see what your voltage are, if you're overheating, if you're too cool or whatever it is. That is actually a nice feature to turn on. Let's go to the details and see what it tells me. Nothing there much. Okay, camera forward down, adjust gimbal, gimbal auto calibration. Okay, calibrate map coordinate. It says I can't calibrate anything on the map until I'm outside because I'm actually in my apartment and can't really do it from inside the apartment. Here you can clear the cache if you want of videos when you finish recording. You can set it to automatic clear or you can just do it yourself. That's your choice once again. Okay, aircraft will automatically hover if obstacles are detected. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. I don't want it to back out or do anything. I wanted to stand in and hover. So in case there's a problem, I can actually, do a 360 and see if there's anything that's around me and stuff like that, instead of the aircraft just taking control and trying to get out of a bad situation by itself. Okay, bottom auxiliary lights. That's the new landing light features that's on the drone. You can turn that off or turn it on, however you want to do it. I tend to leave it there because I want to actually like that feature, because if you fly at nights and you're landing with the old Mavic Pro, then you actually it wouldn't recognize anything after dusk. So you could be landing and it would just land in a tree or something because the obstacle avoidance just wouldn't work at that time. They have put the light system on the bottom of the drone now, as you know, so when that light comes on, it actually helps you to land safely. Okay, that's gonna be it for now until the weather clears up and I can actually take this thing outside and actually fly it and let you guys know what changes I made, if any, and just regular this how it flies. All right, thank you.